What's going on, guys? It is the Lone Courier here today, and I am here to bring you part 2 of my Road to Gold series. So today we're going to be covering the ICR1 assault rifle. Now the ICR, you unlock it at level 16. It is perhaps one of my most favourite guns in this game. It's probably known as being the noob weapon because it's just so accurate, but in my opinion it's not really a noob weapon as such because it actually has the lowest in class of damage. Now in the assault rifle class, most weapons that are fully automatic all have fairly high damage, with the HVK being the only exception. But however, the M8A7 probably has about the same kind of damage, maybe one higher, but that's only because the M8A7 is a burst and you know, the fire rate is really high. So obviously this is the lowest in class damage, but this is also the second highest in class accuracy. Now in my opinion, this is the highest accuracy of all the assault rifles. It says technically that the M8A7 has higher accuracy, but realistically, in terms of fully automatics, this is the highest in accuracy of all of them. Now this weapon, I see a lot of goofy classes set up with this gun. You know, a lot of kids use some weird setups on it. You know, I see a lot of foregrips on this weapon, which is honestly, it's useless. You shouldn't run a foregrip on this weapon. It's completely pointless. The reason for being having the foregrip on it is completely pointless is because this weapon is actually the most accurate, as I've just said, and it really doesn't even need a foregrip even when you've got rapid fire on it. It does have a little bit more recoil when you add on rapid fire, but honestly, you should be able to control that fairly easily because it's not too big a problem, as you may well know. Now this weapon, it's as with it having low damage, it's really awkward to use it up close. It's very inconsistent at close range, so I recommend you keep all your gunfights to medium and long range. Now I know that's not exactly the best tactic in a Call of Duty game where, you know, situations just vary constantly. It's not like you can just control it. So this weapon is probably not best to be used on Nuketown. It is possible to use it on Nuketown, don't get me wrong, every weapon's possible anywhere, but this weapon, Nuketown isn't exactly the best option for using this weapon on. I mean, if you want to be super competitive with this weapon, I don't recommend you use Nuketown for it. Another thing I want to say with this weapon is well, this is more in general with the assault rifles, with the headshots. They all have a 1.1 headshot multiplier, which makes them fairly useless for going for headshots. You know, it just basically means that you only do like 1 point more damage. So, well, not 1 point, because it's I'm not too sure what the exact damage multipliers of this weapon is, but you know, you just times it by 1.1 and usually you don't end up with more damage on it. Like, say for example the KM44, it's got 40 damage up close, so like with that 1.1 headshot multiplier the most amount of damage you're actually going to be doing is like 44, which realistically it doesn't take the shots to kill down at all. So realistically, headshots in this game are useless without high caliber, so you want to have that on when you're grinding out the challenges. But this weapon is really easy for going for headshots because it's just got that super high accuracy. The only way to make it a little bit easier for going for headshots is probably if you take off rapid fire. Foregrip is useless, but you can throw it on there if you want. It kinda keeps it more stable for headshots. I recommend not using a foregrip in this weapon as the accuracy is high enough, and the weapon, when it's got rapid fire on it, it's not very high recoil. You know, it's not more than what the KN44 has, and if you can use the KN44 like accurately enough, then you'll be able to use this weapon super easy, which is probably why you should leave this weapon until last when you're going for gold in terms of assault rifles, because either this or the Shiva, well, this is probably the easiest one, so it'll give you the least hassle. I don't know if you want to do this last in that case, but this weapon is ridiculously easy for going for it. So yeah, this weapon has got like a medium/high fire rate. It's pretty good. It's not remarkable. It's not bad either. It's got okay hip fire spread, but as I said, you probably shouldn't be using this weapon up close because of how low the damage is. As I said, it's very inconsistent up close. What I'd recommend using on this weapon, however, I'd recommend using either the ELO sight or the red dot with quick draw, long barrel, and rapid fire. I would always recommend using stock, but the stock in this weapon is the stock in this game, as a lot of you may know, is terrible, and there is no point in using it. So Don't run stock in this game because you won't get much use out of it. It's only got a tiny little bit more movement speed. So yeah, stock is useless on this weapon. As I said, the headshots are easy with high caliber, and the starting ammunition is 30 in the mag and 90 in your reserves. Overall, this is a pretty fun weapon. It's seen as being a noob weapon because it's so accurate. You know, I don't think that, but you know, whatever. Long barrel on this weapon, it's extremely useful because long barrel, it basically extends your medium range damage modifiers. So the medium range damage is a little bit longer, and I'm not too sure what it is, but you know, I'm not trying to do like an in-depth like drifter or anything here, so I don't feel like that's very useful having it. Attachments for this weapon, as I said, quick draw, long barrel, and rapid fire. You can use a different. I find this weapon works with a lot of attachments. Sometimes I might use extended mags, quick draw, and rapid fire. Sometimes I might just use quick draw and rapid fire. That might be it. So yeah, it just depends really what you want to use. But long barrel seems to be pretty useful. In terms of short maps and such, I would say for Nuketown, long barrels are useless. And here's another tip for going for long shots, because they are ridiculously hard in this game. As a lot of you may know, you just have to throw on the Varix free scope and a silencer and run the scope in its lowest zoom setting. So it will make it a little bit harder to kill people at range, and with the ICR being a hit marker machine with a silencer on it, this makes it pretty hard, but it works for every single weapon, so you might want to do that. So yeah, suppressor and low zoom Varix scope will help your long shots, and long shots in this game are ridiculously hard. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and this has been my road to gold with the ICR. If you want to see any particular guns next, just leave a comment. I think I might do the Kuda or the Razorback soon, I'm not too sure. I have not got very many guns gold. I'm close to getting the XR2 gold, and after that I've probably got the Argus gold, and then I'll need to do like the KRM, stuff like that. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
There's no escaping death.